Well, hello again, everybody. Thanks for joining me again tonight. Every Tuesday and Thursday, remember, I'm going to read some Bible stories to my kids and also to your kids if you put them in front of the screen, because we all know that they need more screen time these days with school being at home and all of that. Right, Anna? Yeah. So I have my Bibles once again over here, and today I'm going to read a Bible story out of the book of Acts. Acts is in the New Testament, okay? And we think about the first 5 books of the New Testament: Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Acts. It's the 5th book of the New Testament. And this story today comes from Acts chapter 4, verses 32 through 37. So let's take a look and see what we're going to learn about today in Acts. Now, just a little background. At this time, Jesus had just been crucified and then was resurrected, and he went into heaven, and all of his followers now were meeting, and they had to kind of meet secretly because lots of people didn't like Christians back then. So that's where our story takes place, is where we have all these Christians that are meeting in secret. And here we go. Acts chapter 4. Why do we always have to meet secretly? Why can't we just sit outside and sing praise to God like we used to? A young man wondered out loud. Life had not been easy since Jesus was murdered. Some people thought the Christians had stolen his body so it would look like he came back to life. Some people made life really hard for Christians. Don't get discouraged. It's important for us to hang together. We all miss Jesus. We're all confused about what has happened, but we have to stick together. The disciples stepped up to be the leaders of the group of Christians after Jesus left. Well, that's easy for you to say. Since I lost my job, my kids are hungry. The young man was really worried. I'm sorry. I know that God will take care of us. It's just hard sometimes, he whispered. Barnabas was one of the disciples, and Barnabas stepped up to the young man, and he put his arms around the young man, and he said, the most important thing for us to do is tell others about Jesus' love. We must be able to tell people that Jesus died because he loves them, and that he came back to life and lives in heaven today. You can't do that if you're hungry or worried. Here, Barnabas said, I sold some of my land, and I want you to have this money. I have extra flour and oil, one old woman said. If anyone needs some to make bread for your family, come see me. Another man mentioned that he had cows who gave good milk. A young woman had chickens who laid lots of eggs. Everyone started looking for ways that they could help one another. No one in the little church went hungry or had unpaid bills. If one person needed money, someone else sold a field and donated the money. If someone needed help, people volunteered to do what they could. All the time, the Christians shared God's love with others. People in the town could see how much they cared for each other. The Christians were good examples of God's love. So, these times that we're living in now, where we're all at home and people are going to grocery stores and buying up all the meat. I mean, I went to Aldi's the other day and there was like no meat left in the whole place. Everything was gone. All the flour was gone. For some reason, people are hoarding toilet paper. I know, isn't that ridiculous? What are you going to do with all that toilet paper, right? Well, as Christians, instead of hoarding all that stuff that we find at the stores, we should be helping the people in our neighborhoods. We should be helping each other. As leaders in the church, we met the other day and we said that if anybody needs something, just let us know. We'll find a way to help you out. So kids, if you need help with your homework, if you don't have enough food in your house, whatever happens to be going on, all you got to do is have your parents send a message or send an email or a phone call to me or Pastor Mike or any of the elders at the church, and we'll help your family, just like these Christians did in the book of Acts in the early church. So we should all, at this time, be putting our arms around one another and sharing the things that we have to make sure that this time, scary as it might be for some people, is not such a bad time, but it might even be an awesome time. All right? Time to get back to our families. Well, hopefully you have a good night tonight. You have a good night's sleep. I'm in my pajamas. I wear my Christmas pajamas all year long. That's true. I do. And Anna's in her pajamas. So thank you. Good night. And Luke's in his pajamas. Yes, he is. Thank you. And good night. And God bless.
God